Now, since director of the AIIMS Delhi, the premier medical institute of India, has also finally consoled public that they learned to live with COVID-19, as only behavioral changes are the saviors. Nothing more concrete and discreet has been achieved so far. So, boys, it is very important here that we don't lose the practices of sanitization and distancing, etc., in coming future. So class 8 children, it's a new day, so let's start a new chapter, synthetic fibers and plastic, which I aim to explain today. In part wise we will take up the chapter. The small portions of the chapter will be explained in the different video lectures that I will keep sending you in coming days. The name of the chapter only clears up that it is a very common material that has replaced many natural materials in our day-to-day life, like metals, like wood, glass, etc., and that is your synthetic fibers and plastics, because plastic is the most commonly used material as it serves the wide purpose in our life. So naturally the chapter is going to be very interesting because it will require your value-based knowledge also. I will keep asking some questions also in my Google class, and then you will send answers. Boys, fabrics are the most one of the most you can say usable thing in our day-to-day life, because the clothes that we wear are made up of fibers, and fibers make fabrics. So fabric is very common term. So it's right that fabric is a common term, but that doesn't mean that the chapter is not going to give you any new information. We are going to discover the fabric, in fact, because the fabric that we wear, we even don't have idea that what type of fabric actually we are using in our day-to-day life. So it will get very clear after the study of this chapter that what fabric is your commonly used fabric, and what fabrics are less expensive fabrics, and what can be the fabric of your choice for a particular weather. So children, in your previous classes, like in 6 and 7 also, you have got pretty good idea about the fibers and the fabrics, but in those classes you studied about the natural fibers which are obtained from either plants and animals, like your cotton, silk, wool, flax, jute, etc. But in this class, because you are now in standard 8, so why not we enhance your knowledge about the fibers. We will discuss about the synthetic fibers. The term synthetic means what? Here it is one of the biggest question. Synthetic is actually nothing but the scientific term of saying artificial. Artificial means which is man-made is also called synthetic. So synthetic fibers, it is becoming very clear that it is your man-made fiber, and these man-made fiber are processed in the chemical industries. It is an industrial process which prepares the synthetic fiber, whereas the natural fibers requires time, energy, manpower, land, etc., because they are either grown in and harvested in the fields, or they are obtained from the animals like rabbits or sheep, etc. So naturally you can understand that these are the fibers which are easy to prepare. Naturally, since they are easy to prepare, they will require some raw materials also. These raw materials are what is the process of their making, etc., we will study in this chapter. So children, try to understand that what is actually synthetic fiber made up of. What are the basic substances which are used to prepare the synthetic fibers. Synthetic fiber is actually made up of chemicals. These chemicals, that's why the chapter is a part of chemistry, because it is prepared by the chemical process. These chemicals are called monomers. And what is monomer? Monomer is nothing but the petrochemicals. Petrochemicals are what? I will tell you in today's class only, but let me first clear you about the monomers. Monomers are nothing but the compounds or substances. This is a pure form of matter which is a single molecule of a particular type of chemical, and these particular type of chemicals are either obtained from the petroleum or coal or natural gases. These are the three types of fossil fuel which provide us the monomers which are used in making the polymers. And what are these polymers? I am telling you. So monomers are the single unit that I told you, which are basic units to develop the polymer. Now what is polymer? Polymer actually is the linking of the monomers together in a long bond. and this bond actually is your covalent bond. Covalent bonds are the types of bond that you will study in your higher classes, that there are basically two types of bonds between the atoms. One is your ionic bond, another is your covalent bond. Covalent bond is the bond that links the monomers to convert into polymers. Polymers are the general term which are obtained by the process of polymerization of monomer. Again, I am introducing a new term, polymerization. So polymerization is what? It is a chemical process that is used to convert the monomer into polymer. So what is the basic difference between the monomer and polymer? That the monomer is a single unit, whereas the polymer is the long chained units of the monomer. And these polymers are actually the synthetic fibers. So you can understand that how the monomers are converted into polymers. Monomers are converted into polymers in two simple ways. Either the monomer will join in a linear way and it will become a linear polymer or chain polymer. They are usually commonly used in the synthetic fibers. And thermoplastic, the commonly used plastic, the easily available plastic, are made up of linear polymers. But if the monomers are joined together in a different pattern, means in a cross-linked pattern, crossing each other means cutting down each other, then it will become a more harder, stronger and durable type of polymer, that is your called cross-linked polymer. And these cross-linked polymers are nothing but the those polymers which are used in expensive plastic, hard plastics which has higher resistivity, etc. So children, I hope that you have got the pretty good idea about the monomers and polymers and the process of converting the monomer into polymer, that is your polymerization. So now we will discuss more about the polymers only, because this is the basic substance, or you can say the raw material that is used to prepare synthetic fibers and plastic which we use in our day-to-day life. So what are the examples of polymers? Let us discuss about this. So polymers which are most commonly used in our life are nothing but the rayon, nylon, polyester, etc. Why I am using two polymer basically here, that is your rayon, nylon. Are they same or different from one another? Naturally they are different because they are the two examples, but the different is a very basic difference. Rayon is a synthetic fiber. So synthetic fiber means it is a man-made fiber, but still it uses natural materials. That is a surprising fact here. Natural materials are converted into the polymer by the process of polymerization. That also can happen, I will tell you. And nylon is a first purely synthetic fiber that is prepared in worldwide preparation of nylon has brought the big revolution in the world of you can say chemistry. So let us talk about the first type of synthetic fiber that I have told you about, the rayon. Rayon is a kind of fiber which is prepared by the natural material, and that natural material is nothing but the cellulose, a plant product. You will get surprised to know that the cotton that we obtain from the plant is actually a natural polymer. And that natural polymer has the name cellulose. So cellulose is made up of a number of single unit of monomers like glucose. So what is the monomer of cellulose? It is your glucose. But what is the best thing here, that to convert the monomer into polymer we don't need any chemical process, because it is the you can say ready-made polymer which is available in the nature. Wood also is the polymer which is your cellulose. Cotton polymer which is your cellulose. So it is very big advantage here that we also have a natural polymer available in our surrounding, and that is your cellulose, which doesn't require any chemical process to convert into polymer. So children, this was about the natural polymers, which is your cellulose, and how it is developed into rayon, which is man-made but yet prepared from the natural things. Now we will discuss about actually the most important raw material that is widely used in preparing the synthetic fibers, because the synthetic fibers are fully artificial fibers, and they are prepared by the polymerization of petrochemicals that I have already told you. So what are these petrochemicals? Petrochemical has two joint terms. It is petroleum and chemical. Means petroleum, that you know that it is a fossil fuel, and why we are adding up a chemical with it, because the petroleum is a natural material, right? It is obtained from the your animal fossils, but when we process this petroleum by adding some chemical into it, then they become the petrochemical. But here also there is a one dispute, means one confusing thing. Either we prepare petrochemical from the petroleum products, or petrochemicals are naturally available also in the form of a very amazing liquid that is called coal tar. Coal tar is a coal product which is obtained after the processing, or you can say the distillation process of coal. Coal is purified by the process of destructive distillation that you will study in my next in your next chapter, that is your coal and petroleum. There it will become more clear. But coal tar actually is a very you can say amazing liquid which provides more than 200 types of organic compounds which can be used in making the different type of highly useful substances in our everyday life. So this was about the natural materials, which are petroleum, coal and natural gases, which give us the petrochemicals. But what common petrochemicals do they give? They give basically ethene, the majorly used monomer to convert into the polymer, that is your polythene. Polythene is a very common life term, because everything that we use to wrap the food etc. in the packaging industry, everywhere in the making carry bags, polythene is widely used, and many more things that I will keep telling you in my coming class. The pens, the general type of plastic which is used to prepare different type of articles of our day-to-day life actually are made up of polythene plastic. Polythene is the general term of this of saying plastic also, you can say. Acetylene, which is also a monomer, and it is converted into polymer like polyester etc. and benzene. Now here one very important thing to understand here, that I referred a term that is your coal tar, and I told you that it is a very different type of substance which gives us many organic compounds which can be used as a monomer. And these organic compounds are what? Let us try to get knowledge about it. These organic compounds are toluene, phenol, benzene, naphthalene etc. These substances are the basic raw material of preparing different type of dyes, paints, medicines, perfumes and synthetic fibers as well. So you can understand that how important substance is your coal tar in making of synthetic fibers and plastics. Now, since I already have given you an idea about the polymers and the type of polymers also, I told you that they are either chain polymers or cross-linked polymers, but try to know that what are the chain polymers commonly and what are the cross-linked polymers. Chain polymers are your polyethylene, that I just now told you that the polythene plastics are obtained by the chain linking of the or linear linking of the polymer monomer, which is your ethylene. Then polypropylene. Propylene also is the monomer and it is converted into polymer by the chain linking. Then your cross-linking polymers, general example is your elastomers. Elastomer is the common term for the cross-linked polymers, which has a compound like polybutadiene. Polybutadiene is a common cross-linked polymer which is used to prepare the plastics like your thermosetting plastic. So that's all about my today's class. I tried to introduce the topic which is your synthetic fibers and plastic. Today I have given you the fundamental and preliminary ideas which will be used in understanding the different type of synthetic fibers and types of plastics also in my coming video lectures.